So news came out today that the Little Caesars Arena is a real thing, and it's not a story from The Onion, it's not a Michigan folklore. Mike Ilitch has literally named the new $1,000,000,000,000,000 arena the Little Caesars Arena.
Why wouldn't he?
Well, listen, I understand Little Caesars is a Michigan tradition.
And he's building it.
But
And he owns Little Caesars.
hot and ready and ice do not go together. For
Why? The hot and arena?
No.
That makes perfect sense.
Listen, you should have just named it the Big Boy Arena. That would have been better, okay? But besides the point, we think that you need to change the name, Mike Ilitch, to the Gordie Howe Arena. And before anybody says, well, he already has a bridge named after him, it's a Canadian bridge. Okay?
Yeah, and if he's getting something, it should be an American something.
Yeah, and I mean, we thought about it. You know, Steve Yzerman, but he obviously is with the Tampa Bay Lightning. Chris Chelios, he already has a restaurant downtown. He's living large.
Is that whole thing still there? The big Steve Yzerman mural on the building, is that still a thing? Is that point?
We should take it down, is what we should do.
Listen, this arena needs to be called the playoffs because it's the only time anyone goes and cares, because hockey fans don't like their sport until the playoffs come. Oh, the Red Wings have made the playoffs times in a row. That's the only time you pay attention anyway.
You sound like someone who's not going to be my friend anymore.
This is the playoffs arena.
We need to change the name to the Gordie Howe Arena, arguably the greatest Detroit Red Wings player ever. And you had mentioned earlier, well, what about the Darren McCarty Arena? Listen,
Bob Probert Arena.
Listen, for one, those both have to do with fights, and if you want to talk about marijuana, you talk to Darren McCarty. That doesn't represent the Detroit Red Wings, the greatest hockey team in all of Hockey Nation. We're named HOCKEYTOWN for a reason, yet we have the Little Caesars Arena. And listen, I love Little Caesars pizza. I grew up on it. I mean, my gut will tell you, I've been eating Little Caesars since I was a youngin'. But
what about the Little Caesars HOCKEYTOWN Arena?
No, it still has little. Mike Ilitch, you're trying to make it a corporation and make money off of it.
And how dare
you've never been about profit?
How dare someone do that in downtown Detroit? How dare they walk past icons like Comerica Park and try and corporatize Detroit sports,
Listen,
or Ford Field,
and
try and turn them into brand names that are being sold instead of what the sports teams are all about.
There's already going to be Little Caesars pizza in the building, believe me, and it's going to be sold for $10 a pizza, okay? For one slice. What you need to do, Mike Ilitch, is please, for the love of HOCKEYTOWN, please change it to the Gordie Howe Arena. Sign the petition below and let them know we're not going to take it.
And watch a damn regular season game, hockey fans.